The first thing that, this is a more recent film, but I so strongly recommend it, Apollo 11, is like one of the most inspirational movies for tech and doing our engineering projects and discovering science I've ever seen. I super strongly recommend it.
Great, thanks for the advice. I love this movie. Okay, so you're talking about Apollo 11 and the future of tech. We're obviously at the moment where everything accelerates so fast when it comes to AI. We hear you talk a lot about AGI. Can you tell us a little bit more about what's your vision, how AI is developing at the moment?
You know, for a long time I tried to stop using the word AGI because I think at this point it means something different to everybody or several things to the same people, but it's just like so deep in there that I have not been able to stop using it. At this point, I think it just, most people use it to mean like really strong, powerful AI systems. And we're clearly making fast progress, so we can argue about different definitions and then different times we'll get there. But if you look at what the systems are capable of today versus what they were capable of 2 years ago, and project that forward in 2 more years, the same thing with 4 to 6, this is like really quite something. It lost me complete research. We lost track of time. It was like a week ago. And, you know, that's like a model that I think is capable of doing like a low single-digit percentage of all of the tasks in the economy right now, which is a crazy statement. And a year ago, I don't think something that people thought was going to be created. So again, to project that forward, it'll keep moving.
What are the next big milestones that you anticipate?
I'm generally excited just to continue to push on the model's reasoning capability, the ability to use that to do hard, complex, long horizon agentic tasks. Agents that can write software engineers are one thing that we're particularly excited about. And then longer term, AI that can do science, I think will be one of the most important impacts. You know, if we can have an AI system that can write code, that certainly helps the world a lot. But if we have an agent that can go autonomously discover physics or get fusion to work or discover physics, like scientific progress is what drives the world to such a strong extent that that's a huge deal.
You said that the use cases that are exciting for you the most at the moment?
And this is like a very general answer, but one I realized over the last couple of months that I don't use a lot of services that I used to use. Like I don't do Google searches anymore, unless I'm like, there may be some very specific thing, but not that much.
They still have a big market share.
For sure. There's like a lot of other tasks that I used to go somewhere else to do. And the fact that I can use ChatGPT as this sort of like general thing for a whole day and just have this like oracular system to do anything. Within reason, anything that I kind of need is like, we were not there a year ago, and the fact that we are there now, I've really noticed a shift in the position.
And what do you tell, I mean, we have a lot of people working in different businesses here, and obviously everyone talks about AI. When you ask our CEOs in France like, what's their top priority, 8 out of 10 would say implementing AI. But then when you look at like how actually gets implemented, only like 4 CEOs out of 10 have actually done the work and really implemented it at scale. What's your advice to everyone trying to get in this race and really get advantage from the technology?
I think there's at least 2 really good directions to go on this. Vice President Vance said a lot of things that I really liked, but one of them, one thing a few times, was just the scale of the economic opportunity. He used the phrase lightning in the bottle, and I really think it is this moment. I think it was like a great phrase, and it was this moment that I've never seen before. Maybe it was like this at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, maybe it was like this at the beginning of the internet, but the economic impact this can have, you know, to go back to the deep research example, the idea that you have for 50 cents of computing, you can do like $500 or $5,000 of work. Companies that are implementing that to just get way more efficient, and you can see this in a big way with the software engineering agent, that's kind of where you want some companies to just run way better, people can do way more with way less. And then the second is building consumer-facing, business-facing products that use AI in this very fundamental way. And ChatGPT is one example of that. A lot of other companies have done stuff there. I think people should be imagining more than they are. I think a lot of people are still thinking about like last year's AI really quite well.
How do you start when you're like looking at all those tools and you don't necessarily know where to go?
So before doing this, I used to be a startup investor, and the kind of people would ask versions of this question all the time. What should I build? What should I do with my company? What product should I go like? How do I? And I think that's a question you should never take serious. So I saw startups succeed to be able to do something that like no one has quite figured out before. And it's a lot of before, it's executed well before, but I always encourage people to trust their instincts and not these ones.
I think it's great advice. So we're in France. You've opened an office in France like not so long ago, and you've also written an amazing piece in one of our newspapers talking about how France is really great. Can you tell us more about like how you're thinking about France and the AI ecosystem here? And I know you've just returned from London. Maybe a comparison between the ecosystems would also be helpful.
Speaking of how I use ChatGPT and working on that is so good at translation. I think relative to any other thing I've ever used before.
I didn't use ChatGPT to translate that way.
You didn't? Okay. Well, if you do, we'll make it better and better. Look, I've been here especially many times, and back in our days, so I particularly love coming here. We had a special relationship with France. With many great French entrepreneurs, and obviously France has got a long history of incredible engineering. I think it's so cool that like there's one country that makes airplanes and trains and airports and all these things that are so important to the vision of the future and that it's so well. So I think it's just always special. And Paris, London is great too. I had a wonderful time there. But the sort of the engineering talent, the entrepreneurial spirit here, the belief in energy, which is super important as we continue to stay on our journey. My friends got more.
What's your plan with the office in Paris?
We'd like to expand it a lot. Again, speaking of French talent, we have many great French researchers at Open AI. There are many others that live here that we would love to contribute to Open AI, so I think we'll have a great office.
Great. So, to interesting opportunities for people here. Okay, Sam, I can't conclude this interview without asking you this question that you've probably heard all day. Is Open AI for sale?
No. Open AI has a mission. We are an unusual organization, and we have this mission of making AGI benefit all of humanity. And we are here to do that. We are not for sale.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you, Sam, and please come back soon.
Thank you so much.
I see you wearing a little red rooster. It's going to make a lot of people from the French tech community really happy, I think. But tell me, are you a cat or a dog person?
I like both, but I prefer dog.
We love cats in France.
I love cats too.
We love cats, so I asked the chat to help me with the first question in this interview. The chat is Miss Paul's new model. You know how they're very well, I think. So I asked him to come up with an interesting, fun question for you. Let's start with that. What film, movie, or personal experience influenced your vision of tech?
The first thing that this is a more recent film, but I so strongly recommend it. Apollo 11 is like one of the most inspirational movies for tech and doing our engineering projects and discovering science I've ever seen. I super strongly recommend it.
Great, thanks for the advice. That was great. Okay, so you're talking about Apollo 11 and the future of tech. We're obviously at the moment where everything accelerates so fast when it comes to AI. We hear you talk a lot about AGI. Can you tell us a bit more about what's your vision, how AI is developing at the moment?
For a long time I tried to stop using the word AGI because I think at this point it means something different to everybody or something to the same people, but it's just like so deep in there that I have not been able to stop using it. At this point I think it just, most people use it to mean like really strong, powerful data systems. And we're that's progress. So we can argue about different definitions and then different types of people get there. But if you look at what the systems are capable of today versus what they were capable of 2 years ago, and project that forward in 2 more years to say within 4 to 6, this is like really quite something. We lost something called deep research. We lost track of that because like a week ago. And that's like a model that I think is capable of doing like a low single-digit percentage of all of the tasks in right now, which is a crazy statement. And a year ago, I don't think something that people thought was going to be coming. So again, to project that forward, it'll keep moving.
What are the next big milestones that you anticipate?
I'm generally excited just to continue to push on the model's reasoning capability, the ability to use that to do hard, complex, long-horizon agentic tasks. So agents that can write software engineers are one thing that we're particularly excited about. And in longer term, AI in the news science, I think will be one of the most important impacts. If we can have an AI system that can write code that certainly helps the world a lot, but if we have an agent that can go a lot of times to the server, get fusion to work, or start with physics, like scientific progress is what drives the world to such a strong extent that's a huge deal.
You said that the use cases that are exciting for you the most at the moment?
And this is like a very general answer, but I realized over the last couple of months that I don't use a lot of services that I used to use. Like I don't do Google searches anymore, unless I'm like, there may be some very specific things, but not that much.
They still have a big market share.
For sure. There's like a lot of other tasks I used to go somewhere else to do, and the fact that I can use ChatGPT as the